And they will be looking for a head coach come next season. And we are just about set for the opening tip-off. The Bulls and the Spurs tonight on TNT. The officials tonight, Dan Crawford, Nolan Fine, and Jim Kinsey.
You know, I think the Bulls look forward to these kind of games. It's a real challenge for them. They don't get that many games during the season this competitive.
Well, that's something Bob Bass says he really tells his players to go ahead and do. You get the open shot, go ahead and take it. We have the first foul. Terry Cummings did just that. Antonio 1 of 2. Shot clock at 5. Anderson checks it. Pulls the trigger over Jordan. Jordan heads down the court quickly. But Elliott with the board and a slam. Strickland penetrates and dishes off to Anderson, who doesn't get the J. Early on, Doug, we noticed definitely a little up-tempo for San Antonio as in weeks past as Scottie Pippen gets the finger roll. First 2 for Chicago, 3 boards. Anderson to the hole, strong, blocked away by Scottie Pippen. That is his 47th block of the year. Jordan has it blocked by Robinson, the NBA's best.
Well, the people are excited about this play. The Admiral, David Robinson, Michael Jordan, a little shake and bake. And there's David Robinson to meet the challenge with a blocked shot.
Just over 2 minutes to score.
Here's a problem for Chicago right here. Cartwright getting back defensively with David Robinson. Although Robinson missed both shots, he had an opportunity.
Well, if they credit Bill Cartwright with the block, Paxson's shot goes down. Last year, he was worst among starting centers in blocks.
Screen roll, didn't get the layup to go, and
fans wanted to travel on Paxson. San Antonio has it. They lead it by 2, 9-10 in the first. To Robinson, inside to Cummings. Great passing by the Spurs. Not with just 2 of 11. Robinson with the steal. He's got Anderson all the way. What a move by David Robinson. You're shaking your head.
Hey, big guys aren't supposed to do that in the open floor like that. Michael Jordan back, and he picks it up and steps around him. What a tremendous play.
Opponents are shooting just about 43% from the outside. Cartwright's shot won't go down. Michael Jordan with only 2 shots so far. Cummings pulls the trigger. Got it. Cummings with 6. Spurs on an 8-0 run. Cummings almost picks the pocket of Grant. Jordan goes baseline left. Shot partially blocked again by Robinson. That is his 3rd block, and the Spurs will have the ball. And Robinson thrusting his fist.
And that's not just any shot he's blocking. That's a dunk by Michael Jordan. Michael exploded the last time he tried to trick him and flip the shot. This time he tried to power it. And David Robinson with a tremendous block shot.
Bob Bass says the only pressure he feels is from this team. He says they're so talented, you almost have to win. Strickland for 2.
Right now, San Antonio can do no wrong.
About to block again. Here it comes.
Well, here's Michael. He's taken off, and you see him meeting him right at the top. Beautiful play. Scottie Pippen goes for the save, cannot get it.
Rightly so. This is also something Bob Bass wanted. As you mentioned, Doug, talking about Antoine Carr coming in. Cummings and Carr on the floor at the same time. Inside, Cummings, Pippen backs off, and Cummings takes advantage for his 8th point of the ball game.
You can see right now San Antonio going to a 3-man play, just a simple screen across. Cummings coming to the post, and Chicago is not adjusted. That's 2 field goals for Cummings on that same play.
Michael Jordan with his first 2 of the ball game. How about the old philosophy? Everybody, when you play San Antonio, you pack it in and make them shoot the outside. But now San Antonio forcing the action like that. How does that change your defensive?
Now they're getting jump shots and rhythm off the fast break. It's not into half-court game. It's into a transition game where they're in a rhythm. You got to get them in a half-court game.
The Blues go. Pippen goes to the hole. Count the basket. And he draws the foul.
Shot on Willie Anderson.
Anderson outside, and he drains it from deep in the corner for his first 2. Just don't want to hear that. It's like the cruciate ligament. You don't want to hear anybody getting that. Well, of course, Craig Sager in our studios in Atlanta will update you that on the Prudential Halftime Report. Inside, nobody can get it. Somebody put it in the hole, and Will Perdue does. And you talked about his success in Game 1. David Robinson said, that's one thing that bothered me about Game 1. I did not contain Will Perdue.
Will Perdue had 4 offensive rebounds in Game 1. You can see right there the opportunity for the second shot and the score. So the emotion is out of this game now. The execution is back, and the Bulls are within 9. So we'll see what happens now as this game settles into a flow.
Well, they force Robinson way outside, but what does he do? Well, he drains the 17-footer.
Phil Jackson wanted you to take. He said, I want him to be upset at Phil, not at me. So we'll see what happens.
B.J. Armstrong, the third-year pro out of Iowa, is checked into the lineup for the Bulls.
Now, Scottie Pippen has become such a great player. Here he is in the first quarter. Michael has not got it going yet with only 2 points. Scottie Pippen keeping the team alive with 9 first-quarter points. The Bulls shooting 6 for 24.
Inside, Antoine Carr, a couple of fakes, and he puts the exclamation point on it. Sean Elliott is also coming for San Antonio. 2% on the year, opponents for San Antonio. 2 minutes left in the first. Carr dumps it off. Strickland uses his body, and he uses a little English on the ball. He is averaging 5, and then he and Perdue tangle up going down the court. Here comes Michael. The no-look pass. Pippen over Antoine Carr.
Oh!
Antoine didn't move, and Scotty went right over. Rebound outlet to Pippen.
Perdue out on the run.
Gordon takes his time working on Carr. He can take him off the dribble, but instead pulls the trigger on the fall away and knocks it down.
Well, Antoine Carr did everything right that time.
Robinson and Perdue doing a little pushing and shoving still. Jordan misses the steal. Vinnie Johnson over Stacey King.
Chicago is a gambling team defensively. And if you can keep them from getting the steals and make the extra pass, you can get some good shots.
Michael Jordan right around Vinnie Johnson, then pulls up for his 6th point of the ballgame. At the buzzer, the shot won't go down by Sutton, but we played 12 minutes, and it has been a good one for San Antonio. They lead it 31-23. We'll do some business and come back for quarter number 2. 18-4 on the season when they lead after the first quarter of play.
Well, Greg Sutton's going to have to do a good job now of running this team. He's not really a legit point guard. He's more of a scorer, so he's going to have to do a good job of moving this ball around.
Elliott tries to take Pippen off the dribble instead, just pulls up with a jumper. It wasn't pretty, but it counts.
Scottie Pippen thought he traveled.
Well, Bob Bass likens young Greg Sutton to Wyatt Earp. Says he's got the quickest release he's ever seen. Pippen for 2, he gets it. Scottie Pippen now, good first half.
Pick up their 3rd foul as soon as Elliott now with the ball at the top against Pippen. Remember, both these guys have 2 fouls.
Elliott goes inside, the little right-handed foul while Bill Cartwright was injured. Sutton for 3. He's not afraid to put him up. Carr, the left-handed hook over Perdue, goes down.
He has Vinnie Johnson if they find him.
Now he's all alone inside. Shot blocked by both Antoine Carr and David Robinson, and Vinnie Johnson cherry-picking down below, and he gets it.
Bulls are out of sync right now, Ron. The defense is terrific by San Antonio. Get a stop.
They're 25th in the NBA in that category. Robinson is in double figures in rebounds with 10. He averages 12 a game. Sutton.
That's the threat of the three-point shot. B.J. Armstrong came at him. He showed him the three-point shot. Escape dribble, got in the lane. The little pull-up shot, that's a fine move by Greg Sutton.
Biggest lead of the ball game. It is at 16. King has it slapped away. Robinson with his 2nd steal. Works on King. They're not going to count the shot, but David Robinson will go to the line. First meeting between these two. San Antonio missed their first 8 shots of the second quarter. Now Chicago's made only 1 of 8, and Sean Elliott gives an elbow to Cliff Levingston, then goes up for the jam.
I love Sean Elliott as a player. I think that this kid has got a star written all over him. I know I'm singing his praises, but I think that he has the opportunity to really be a tremendous small forward in this league.
Jordan from the baseline doesn't get it. Green battles for the rebound. We've got a whistle and a foul. On his left, Sutton on his right. Showtime. Blocked by Cliff Levingston. Armstrong, little playground action.
Let's see right now if Chicago can get to the basket without David Robinson in the game.
Stacey King, a good power move inside for the hoop and the foul. A tough choice. Jordan inside for 2.
Well, you can see with David Robinson out of the game what it does to the interior of their defense. 5 points now on the inside since David Robinson sat down. That's more than they got in the first 14 minutes of the game.
Chicago trailed by 18 just a moment ago. That was the largest Bulls deficit of the year. Tells you how well San Antonio is playing. Is Terry Cummings, who had 10 in the first quarter. Terry Cummings and, of course, Rod Strickland a lot of that time. A lot of personnel changes. Jordan, the turnaround, the double pump. He didn't call bang, but he gets his 10th point. Jordan quiet in the first quarter and also make him work defensively. Stacey King runs the court well for the easy slam. King now with 4. And the lead is down to 12. 5 of 15, Doug. Shooting just 30%.
There's another turnover. I think that's what's the 9th turnover.
9th turnover. B.J. Armstrong takes it to the hole and he gets a 2. 4:49 remain to be played in the half. 10-point San Antonio lead. They led by as many as 18. Jordan on the double team. Armstrong for 3. Buries the three-pointer. B.J. Armstrong
knocks it in.
You can see San Antonio playing right into Chicago's hand right now. Oh, Robinson didn't even see the basket.
That's their little play they run. It's a little eye contact play. They post Robinson. You try to front him, you roll him out, and the lob play, they do that to perfection. That's a big score.
But at least look at the basket.
Well, when you're up that high, you know where it is.
You know where it is. You're going to hit your head on it. I don't have that problem. Robinson, block number 5. Make it 6. Livingston over Robinson. The tip up and in. Just back up to 10. 2.5 left in the half. Robinson has more blocks than 9 teams. Not a bad little stat. Anderson just has to reach on defense. Jordan takes him off the dribble, handle him.
Take care of the basketball and execute.
Knocked around into the hands of Cliff Livingston. Ends up at B.J. Armstrong. To Jordan. Showtime, folks. Jordan with 14 is yet. Strickland takes it inside the paint. Little showboat doesn't get it. Livingston the outlet to Armstrong. 3-on-2. B.J. Armstrong has really led this comeback for Chicago. He has 9 points in this quarter, and the lead is down to 4.
He has 2 fouls. He does not want him to get his 3rd.
About a 9-second difference between the shot and the game clock is Terry Cummings. 16 first half points for Cummings. He averages 13 a game. Chicago has the last shot. Phil Jackson saying open it up. Spreading the court. Nobody inside the paint.
Be aware now, B.J. Armstrong and Paxson are 3-point shooters. Pippen is going to try to penetrate. If he can get all the way to the basket, fine. If not, find a 3-point shooter.
Over the outstretched hands of Antoine Carr. He's going to try a last-second shot. Throws it up at the buzzer. It goes! My goodness! And Phil Jackson thought it was after the buzzer, and he let the officials know it. We're going to take a look at that before we go to the break. Let's listen to it and watch for the light. What do you think?
Well, it's too close to call. It's hard to wipe away a shot like that. One that goes in when it's that close, you normally count it. The problem was Scottie Pippen went too early. He took the shot. He didn't have to take it that soon, and when he did, he gave San Antonio that opportunity, and they cashed in on it. I wonder if it, a little bit has bothered Horace.
There's some grumbling going on. We saw it happen to Dennis Rodman last year. He came out with a vengeance, though. Terry Cummings continues to heat it up. More. 9th turnover for the Spurs. To Michael, the double pump. Into the hands of Elliott. Robinson running the court. 3-on-3. The pull-up, the basket.
David Robinson fronting Cartwright. Was able to get the steal.
Robinson having an excellent night as usual. To Anderson, he fakes the dunk and goes with the finger roll.
The score.
Chicago 0 for 3 this quarter, 0 for 6 dating back to the second.
San Antonio really making him work.
Jordan has to dish it off. Pippen the double pump. What a move by Scottie Pippen.
Well, that was a great athletic play by Michael Jordan to make the pass, and then a tremendous finish by Scottie Pippen in the lane over 2 outstretched arms.
Strickland to Anderson.
And this is where San Antonio struggled, right here in the half court.
Inside, Elliott can't get the easy shot to go down. Here comes Pippen, 3-on-2. Pippen tries to take it all himself. No foul. Paxson for 2. Robinson tips it to Anderson. He has Elliott on the right. There he is. Anderson way short on the three-point attempt. Paxson dribbling through traffic. Baseline, Pippen in and out. Purdue, the board, fights his way up for 2.
It's amazing that certain players play well against certain teams. Will Purdue loves to play against the Milwaukee Bucks, the New York Knicks, and the San Antonio Spurs. I mean, he's very active, and his confidence level is great. And you talk about him playing against David Robinson, one of the best centers in the NBA.
Bob Bass giving the thumbs up sign for the play.
A little isolation for David Robinson.
Anderson just missed from that spot.
Oh, what a
spin move. Doesn't get the shot to go down, but Robinson is there. Can he clean up the mess? Yes. Charlotte on top of Detroit in the 4th. And Philadelphia over Atlanta in the 4th. Cross-court pass, Pippen with 14 on the shot clock. Paxson just inside of 3. Nets it.
See, that's the difference. San Antonio does not have a shooter like the Bulls have in John Paxson or B.J. Armstrong. They don't have that long-range sticker that when you penetrate, you got that guy spotting up, and I think it really hurts their half-court game.
San Antonio's 9-13 when they're outscored in the 3rd quarter. A lot of standing around. Shot clock at 3. Robinson goes up with 1 on the shot clock. 15 for Robinson. Alley-oop to Michael. Oh, he gets the basket. And he goes hard to the floor as Willie Anderson takes a little Brooklyn Bridge on Michael.
To land like a cat. He got on his feet, so he was upended here. But as you see, he comes down his great balance. He's able to get himself and land.
He wants to attack it like a fast break. Hard.
That's a bad shot.
It was a wild shot. Goes left, shoots right.
That's the one Chicago will make you pay for.
Paxson for 3. Count it.
That's what happens. You take a bad shot. To Jordan. Good ball movement by Chicago. A little isolation here. Michael is going to find Paxson for the open shot.
Over Cummings, and he drains it.
Again, you know, it's a very simple basketball game.
Forced to go into that half-court game again. Strickland, a little playground move, can't get it. Jordan has Johnson to beat, and he does. We talked about Chicago coming on strong in the 3rd quarter. That is what they have done. The 9-point lead is down to 2.
Chicago's on one of those spurts. They do it defensively.
15-4 run, Doug.
San Antonio must get some good shots.
That wasn't one of them. Carr from outside, short. Cummings with the rebound and the slam. Back in for San Antonio. He has 4 fouls, as we've mentioned. Greg Sutton also up off San Antonio's bench, and Phil Jackson's going to counter those moves. Bobby Hansen will make his first appearance today for Chicago.
Somebody better give some help. Michael's going to back him down and take the shot.
Throws it up, makes it in, and he draws the foul. That'll be on somebody's highlight tape. Out of the game.
Well, San Antonio wants to take the shot so that Chicago cannot get another opportunity. Remember what happened at the end of the first half. Pippen went too early. Antoine Carr hit a half-court shot, 3-pointer, which was very big.
Sutton inside. He's got it. And Scottie Pippen's going to have to put it up. Takes it strong to the hole. The finger roll, and it doesn't go as the horn sounds to end the 3rd. Another exciting finish of a quarter. Chicago has never led in the game, but they cut the 9-point San Antonio halftime lead down to 4. We still have 12 minutes left at the Hemisphere Arena in San Antonio, where the Spurs lead it 78-74.
So then Antoine Carr got his shot blocked. 2 great block shots by Stacey King in that possession. I was ready to say a jump ball.
Exactly. Inside, Cartwright with the field goal, his first of the ball game. He has 3 for the contest. 0. San Antonio led by as many as 18. Sutton has it partially tipped. Elliott has it swatted away. Inside to Green. Count the basket and the foul. 63 years young, was up and red as a beet. Said his wife questioned his sense, I think, when he got back into coaching. To Cummings inside, the easy two. Terry Cummings has been the offensive force. He has 24.
Let's see if Chicago gets the ball to the basket. Remember now when David Robinson sat down, they got inside. He got a lot of easy baskets. Let's see if they can do the same thing.
Inside to King. He spins on Cummings. Easy shot to the southpaw.
300-something. So you've got to go to the basket and not shoot outside jump shots when David Robinson is sitting down.
Green on King. Oh, it didn't look pretty, but it goes down and the book is 2.
Looked like he got kicked in the thigh. I don't know how he finished the shot, but it was a great finish.
He got off maybe an inch. Little alley-oop. Michael Jordan finishes with a little roll. Jordan now at 28.
Well, Michael set him up very nicely. Looked like he was going to come off a screen and reverse him. You got to keep Michael going away from the basket. You can't let him reverse you.
Willie Anderson up off San Antonio's bench. Green from way outside. Not a good shot. Jordan comes down with the ball, and we have a push.
Now, see, what San Antonio has to be very careful about doing is you don't want to put Chicago in the penalty here so quickly like they did in the third quarter.
That foul was on Sidney Green, by the way.
Boy, oh boy, I tell you, Michael Jordan doing the smart thing. Again, 3 straight possessions. David Robinson sits down, and the Bulls get 3 layups. It's exactly the carbon copy of what happened in the first half when he had to sit down. See San Antonio starting to stand around a little bit. We'll see now if they can score in the half courts.
Terry Cummings has been the man to go to going to the All-Star break. Jordan from outside, off the back of the iron. Here comes Strickland. 4 on 3 if he can take advantage of it. Cummings inside. Elliott with the jam. But the man takes over.
Makes it look so easy. Gets inside. Hangs, shoots the jump shot in the lane. Floating away.
Piece of cake. Green from the baseline. Oh, my goodness! Where did he come from? Sean Elliott.
No block out.
And then down at the other end, Green hacks Stacey King, but what a play by Sean Elliott. My goodness.
Let's see if he gets blocked out. I don't think anybody blocks him out. The shot goes up. But watch Horace Grant. He goes in on the weak side rebound, does not get a body on him. Well, he tries to block out Terry Cummings. In fairness to Horace Grant, no one blocks out Sean Elliott, and he finishes it big. Look at this spectacular play. They can be tossed out. A lot of coaches get in trouble on close game stats.
Too many things can happen in that last 30 seconds.
Absolutely.
Inside, Sidney Green with the big basket. He now has 7.
Stacey with a very big year to come back after the struggles from the season before.
San Antonio is not attacking this press like Bob Bass wanted to. Now they do it. Cummings with the reverse, and it goes. What a night for Terry Cummings. 28 points. The lead is 8, nearing the 6-minute mark of the 4th and final. Pippen stops, pops, and he drains it. Scottie Pippen now with 19 for the ball game. One-on-one with Pippen. Throws it up, doesn't get it. Green tips it to himself. Excellent save by Sidney Green.
Use the clock. They got plenty of time here.
Anderson instead finds that crease, and that is what Bob Bass told us. He said, when my players have that crease, they've got to take it. Jackson yelling at the officials. Anderson's triggering the inbounds pass. Cummings sneaks behind Scott Williams and gets the easy 2.
That was a well-executed play. Tremendous execution by San Antonio. And Rod Strickland, you've got to give him credit for the pass and also the quick thinking.
30 points for Terry Cummings. Jordan to Grant. 2 for Horace Grant. His first field goal of the ball game. And
Chicago off the free throw line.
The crowd again chanting defense. Elliott cuts off the baseline. Jordan heads to the middle of the court.
Isolation. David Robinson cannot pick up his 6.
Jordan hangs in the air for the 2.
Chicago's running the screen roll. They're getting the switch. And big guys are playing Michael Jordan, and he's getting in the lane and really forcing San Antonio to have a lot of headaches tonight with his penetration and his ability to hang and score in the lane.
37 for Michael Jordan this evening.
Oh, illegal defense on Michael Jordan. Boy, they got a break there. He came over and double-teamed in the lane before David Robinson could get the basketball.
And they were also had David Robinson in a bear hug. Jordan, the pump inside to Grant. He gets the two. So Grant, with his second field goal, he has 6, and it is a 1-point game. The Bulls have never led.
Michael Jordan on the clear out. He'll double back and go for the steal. So David Robinson has to be very, very careful. Who's going to make the outside jump shot?
Strickland from about 18, and he drains it.
That's the shot they're going to have to make. They're going to double team David Robinson, and someone's either going to have to drive or pull up and shoot the jump shot.
Bob Bass on one knee on the far side. His team leads it by 3, nearing 2 minutes. Pippen spins. He stepped down the out-of-bounds line. San Antonio's ball. Spurs lead inside of 2 minutes. Anderson on Jordan.
Boy, John Paxson was trying to get his feet together to shoot the 3. Michael a little late delivering the pass to him.
Jordan, the reverse with the right hand from the left side, and Michael Jordan. 39 points. The Bulls pull within 1.
Big possession here. It looks like San Antonio is going to take a timeout.
San Antonio calls a timeout. 1:33 left to be played. The Spurs 103. The Bulls 102.
Who are they going to go to?
You'd have to think either Robinson or Cummings.
Well, if they go to Robinson, the Bulls are going to double team him, and someone's going to have to make an outside shot. So they're not going to get their first option. They're going to have to go to the second.
And that's what Bob Bass said he's been working on with this team, is going to their second and third options.
Tough
Anderson
shot.
Forces it up, and he drains it.
Tough shot. Michael Jordan, great defense, and Willie Anderson with a big, big basket.
The fans are standing. It is a 3-point lead. We are nearing the 1-minute mark.
Going back to screen roll.
Jordan inside to Grant. Forces it up. Blocked by David Robinson. His 8. Here come the Spurs.
Don't need to take a quick shot.
Cummings forces it up. Doesn't get it. Not a smart play by the veteran Terry Cummings.
That was a terrible shot at that point in time in the game. Terrible.
You could have wasted another 20 seconds off the clock. Instead, Jordan puts it up, doesn't get it, tip, doesn't get it. Grant,
three-pointer,
doesn't get it. The rebound, the follow by Pippen as he goes hard to the floor.
Now there's still a 7-second or 6-second differential, so San Antonio must score or they got to get a shot up. Chicago will get the last possession.
Inside, Robinson. Oh, it goes! Game win streak in the balance the last 20 seconds. Jordan almost loses the handle on Anderson. Inside, King is hammered. No foul call, and then Scottie Pippen has to grab Sean Elliott. But he didn't say that when David Robinson picked up.
Looks like Chicago had been buried 2 or 3 times. They came back strong. San Antonio has fought them off, made some big shots. Let's not forget the 4 3-point shooters on the floor. There's the handoff I talked about that Chicago likes to run. Boy, that is deep.
And he doesn't get it. Rebound Cummings, and that should just about do it with 4.5 left to be played.
The rest of the season with this kind of determination and fire and ability to
points to go with 11 rebounds. Doesn't get the 31st, but it doesn't matter. He'll hold it out. San Antonio will snap the Chicago Bulls 13-game win streak. They win it. They are 3-1 under Bob Bass. The final once again from the Hemisphere Arena in San Antonio. The Spurs 109, Chicago 104. We'll be back to wrap things up. Hand out our Budweiser Player of the Game in a moment.